Kitengela, the best choma in Kenya, period.
Oh man,
Period.
Kitangala. I'm actually, I'm not. I say the best nyama choma is on your way to Nakuru. This place that is called, I've forgotten the name. You know what? Kikopey. You know
Yeah.
Kikopey? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love them. I love them so
You
much.
talk about where they have all of the vendors there, like they have a row
Yes,
of
yes, yes,
vendors.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now that you're talking about, it's good that you're talking about food because, as we know, I think all Africans all over the world, we love food. Yeah, we love food.
Yes,
So my
yes.
question is, for African American, I usually have this quarrel with my wife. I usually insist Kenyan food is quite bland. However, we do have other sort of foods, yeah, but it's very healthy. What is some of the foods African American can look for when they come here?
Yeah, I'm glad you were honest about your food because Kenyan food is kind of like bland. I'm so glad you were honest with that. Um, so while I love Kenya, my favorite African food is Liberian food because we
Ah,
just have such a rich connection with Liberia. And
yes,
I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, of the Gullah Geechee culture. So
yes,
our food is similar. But what I will say is
yes.
that skuma wiki is
Mm-hmm.
my favorite because we eat collard greens in the States. So
Ah,
skuma wiki, which for
yes,
people in Swahili means stretch through the week, is the
yes,
same thing as
yes,
collard greens in the
yes,
States. Now,
yes,
if you're African American, it doesn't matter where you're from um in the States. You're
yes.
going to eat collard greens because we're very
Ah,
diverse. Even though
yes,
we're one tribe of people, African Americans, we're very
yes,
diverse as well, depending on where you grow up, right?
yes,
But no matter where you grew up at, you're going to eat collard greens, and that is our main dish. It's
yes,
also your main dish, which
yes,
means we
yes,
brought it to the Americans,
yes.
and it's indigenous to East Africa.
Oh,
It's indigenous to East Skuma Wiki is indigenous to East Africa.
yes, it
So
is.
you can follow the food on how we brought it to the States. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
yeah,
that's one of my favorites. Choma is always going to be Yama Choma is always going to be one of my favorites. I like samosas, chapati. Of course, I can eat chapati with anything.
yeah,
Pilau.
yeah,
And that's you're gonna get the best pilau on the coast. You're not gonna get it no better than on the coast. And then tilapia.
yeah,
Tilapia is a real fish, everybody. It's indigenous to East Africa off the Nile, off the River
yeah,
Nile and Lake
yeah,
Victoria. And
yeah,
so the best tilapia that you'll get, you're going to get it from Kisumu, and
yeah,
you're going to get it from the Lure. And
yeah,
and because my DNA came back Lure, and the
yeah,
Lures are Nilords, so
yeah,
the people of the River Nile,
yeah,
the city that I'm from,
yeah.
we're water people, and we're known for seafood in Charleston, South Carolina. So that's crazy that they both connect like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, I've actually had so many of the experts like trying to tell me how much they. I guess as an African American, there is that longing for you to have an attachment to a culture. I would say to see the connection. Why is that so important to African Americans, if I may ask?
What is the question again? I'm sorry.
So I'm saying I find that fascinating. Like African Americans really try to see the connection and trying to see the connection between the foods, the culture. What are some of the things that you think we are actually that sounds like similar? Like those are my far cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, we are the lost children of Africa, the entire
yeah,
continent, right?
yeah,
We are the cousins, your cousins that for at least 700 years have no connection to the
yeah,
continent. So you can
yeah,
imagine when we start coming to the continent and
yeah,
we see foods, we're like, wait a minute, we eat the same food. I'll tell you this story. I
yeah,
once we found out that we were Lul,
yeah,
we got invited to Kisumu in 2021. And
yeah,
I went to Kisumu for the first time.
yeah,
And we got invited to a village in Kisumu.
Yeah.
And we were able to go into a museum home, the chief
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they greeted us, and I cried like a baby because I was like, oh my God, this is potentially where my family came from, right?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
they fixed us a little meal.
Yes.
They had tilapia, they had stew chicken, what we call stew chicken, they had ugali, they had kachubari, chapati, the whole nine, right?
Yeah.
Well, the stew chicken they brought out
Yeah.
looks like the same stew chicken that we cook where I'm from, which is the Gullah
Oh.
Geechee culture in Charleston, South
Oh.
Carolina. So I
Oh.
asked
Yeah.
one of the ladies, please explain to me how you guys cook this stew chicken. I just want to hear if you cook it similar to the way we cook it where I'm from in Charleston.
Yes.
The only difference is that you guys use tomato paste as a base. We just use onions. That's
Oh.
it. But we brown it the same way.
Yeah.
We put the spices in there. We put
Yeah.
the water in there and we let it stew the same way. And the only difference is you eat it with ugali, we eat it with
Yeah.
white rice.
Oh. Oh.
That's
Okay.
it.
All
Now,
right.
another similarity. I am
Yeah.
from Charleston, South Carolina. As I said before, we are
Mm.
known as the Gullah Geechee people. The Gullah
Mm.
Geechee corridor starts from St. Augustine, Florida, up to Wilmington, North
Mm.
Carolina. The Gullah
Yeah.
Geechee people are people, direct descendants of
Uh-huh.
Africa,
Yeah.
mainly from Angola, West
Uh-huh.
Africa, and East Africa. We
Yeah.
speak a dialect called Gullah. It
Oh,
is
okay.
broken English that
Yeah.
derives from the dialects of Africa and Kiswahili. Now,
Yeah.
if you go to Charleston, South Carolina, we're
Yeah.
known for basket weaving,
Okay.
similar to West
Yeah.
Africa and East Africa.
Very true.
Till,
Very true.
till this day, if you go, we're the only city in the
Yeah.
South where you can go to this day and see
Yeah.
the basket weaving the
Yeah.
same way you do basket weaving in West and East Africa till this day.
That's, that's so fascinating. I've never had someone just say that. Let me just actually just mention these guys who are saying hello. There is Jack Jackson. Hey, Jack Jackson. You are talking with him. Hi to you, German there. Tonio Free. Thank you for joining in. Comment. Do whatever guys do. How am I doing so far, Wakesho?
You're
It's
doing
not.
great. This is
I'm
good.
doing great.
Yes.
Kenyan also has, I usually also tell people, Kenya also has a very big international food scene as well. I'd say that, right? How does that
Yes.
look like for someone who is an expert and who's coming in and would want to, yes, do the local dishes, but probably also eat something they are used to? How does that the
Yes.
local international food scene look like?
Listen, Nairobi got every freaking cuisine you can think of. I have a few videos on my TikTok and IG of showcasing some of the restaurants in Kenya. You got Jam Rock. Shout out to
Yeah.
Jam Rock,
Yeah.
Jamaican restaurant.
I
Shout
was there actually just the 2 days before. I was just there.
Yeah, yeah,
I had
yeah. I love
chicken
Jam Rock.
and barbecue and rice.
Yes, the best Jamaican food in Nairobi, Kenya, bar none. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, some of the best Jamaican food I've ever had, and I've been to Jamaica 1,000 times. I did. That was my first. That was my first love. Jamaica was my first love, and that's the first place that I did international business where I own 8 ATM machines in
Yeah.
Kingston, Jamaica. So shout out to Jamaica. Shout out to Jam Rock. So you got Jam Rock restaurant. You got
Yeah.
Mexican food in Kenya. You got
Yeah.
Brazilian steakhouses in Kenya. You got
Yeah.
Japanese food, Korean food. I went to a Korean freaking restaurant in Nairobi in Westlands.
Wow.
Italian food,
Mm.
anything you could think of except African American soul food. And I'm gonna make sure
Oh.
that I get somebody to open up a company in Kenya to do some soul food. Yes.
Yeah, I've actually had so many people talk about the African American food. I've never seen it really. I do have actually a sister in the States. He tries to show me some of the food, but I can't still get it. We need an African American hotel here in
I
Kenya.
will when I come when I return. I'm just waiting to.
Yeah,
Well, my son is now moving up this way, so I had to kind of delay me moving to Kenya permanently. And I have my house on up for sale right now. And so when I
wow.
get there, when I get there,
Yeah,
now I cooked
yeah.
for my team and some of my Kenyan friends last year. I cooked them some
Right.
oxtails. I cooked them what
Mm.
we call hop and john. It's close to pilau, but the way we do it is a
Okay.
little different. I cooked them collard
Yeah,
greens, which is our way to do skuma wiki. I cooked them
yeah,
stewed chicken. I cooked them shrimp and grits. When I
yeah,
come to Kenya,
yeah,
I'm going to
yeah,
invite you because I'm gonna have a housewarming new
yeah,
house in Kenya, and I'm going to
yeah.
cook, and you're going to have some African American soul food.
Yeah, my wife is listening. I'm like, we're going together.
Yes,
So
yes, she's welcome. Karibu, karibu.
I actually told guys I'll keep the interview under 1 hour. I think I'm 4 minutes to 9 here in
Okay.
Kenya.
Yes.
Um, Wakesho, as you wrap up, what's your parting shot to guys who are listening and just anything, just wrap it up for us.
Okay. First, I want to say thank you for having me. This was really, really fun. And
Yeah,
if anybody is interested in doing real estate, you need to check him out. First off, we hope to work with you as well as we build
yeah,
our vendor list as well. And you can
yeah.
connect with my team on the ground. Um,
Uh,
I also want to say that if you are looking to relocate to Kenya and you are looking for a business where you can
yeah,
go to a website and
yeah,
book your consultations. You can actually
yeah,
read about the services that we provide. You can Google our company and look up our track record. Please
yeah,
go to Traverse or tverse.com. We offer
yeah,
relocation assistance, which is a 120-day integration relocation program. We offer travel. We offer a 7-day or a 12-day
yeah,
tour to Kenya through us. We offer medical tourism if you are interested in getting any procedures done, such as knee surgery, hip surgery, gastro
yeah,
bypass, gastro sleeve, IVF, anything.
yeah,
We have great partnerships with the top tier hospitals in Kenya to provide you the best healthcare you can get. And then we also working towards doing real estate development if you're interested in purchasing land and building and working with us. But check us out on tverse.com. Check
yeah.
us out on YouTube. We do have a YouTube page with a
Yeah.
version of information. Thank you. We just relaunched 2 months ago and we hit 1,000 subscribers 2 weeks ago. So shout out to YouTube and shout out to you for having me on your platform.
You're welcome. Okay. Thank you so much for coming in and just having a talk with us and enlightening us. For those who are watching, my name is Gideon. Just maybe someone might not know actually. My name is Gideon, and for those who are looking for real estate, real and accommodation, you can, and you're looking for, especially for a local guide or a local person, just to give you a guide. I'm here. You can check out I'll leave my information on the description. You can reach me out. I'll also put my number on top of on the what is the texting place, and you can check it out there. I want to thank you to my wife who has been the technical person. That's the person who's been
Yes.
here directing me. She's got. Can you want to say hi? She's very shy, but thank you to her.
Asante,
Yeah,
Asante.
yeah, it's been good. Thank you so much, Wakesho. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right, all right.
Kwaheri.
Aquaheri. So, guys, that's it. That was a show. It's been a pleasure meeting you guys. Thank you so much for listening, for the comments. Sorry, I guess there's something someone should say. Thank you to all of them. Learning news on the job. Thank you so much, Jamman, Joe Jack Jackson. We'll keep on talking with you. The Rich Life. Thank you so much. You came on yesterday. Thank you so much, guys. That was a pleasure. I had said I'll keep this under an hour. It's 5:59 minutes. Going to 60 minutes, and that would be a wrap for it for me. Thank you so much for your support. Subscribe. And for those guys who are looking for accommodation or a local guide in Nairobi, Gideon is my name. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Thank you.